stay. It's always so joyful. Some people take it to extreme, but I think St. Patrick's Day is so fun, even if you're not Irish. So tonight we're all going to be Irish. And I'm so happy to introduce this group behind me because they truly are what we would refer to as an all-Irish group, and that's what they're going to be presenting for us this evening. This group has been together. It's called Father, Son, and a Friend. And we have Sean Hall and his father, Joey. And we have Justin, who is not related. He's a friend. They're from...
unrelated or not claimed.
Unclaimed. Justin is unclaimed.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So this group has been together for 30 years, if you can believe that. I told John, he was only 18 when he began, so he's aged well. So see, the Irish age well. As I say, they are from Dayton, Ohio. They have performed at the Dublin Pub. They have performed for over 20 years at the Dayton Celtic Festival. And last year, as I was talking to Sean, they had the pleasure of touring Ireland in July for 10 days. And this year, they're going to Scotland. Is that right, Sean?
Next year.
Next year. So tonight, they're earning money to go on their trip. So without any further ado, what we're going to do tonight is they're going to play for probably about 30 minutes, and then Sean is going to let you know we do have some Irish cookies and some water that we'll send out to all of you. But Sean will decide when he wants to do that. So we'll be out to pass those out shortly, but without any further ado, let's enjoy Irish music with Father, Son, and Friend.
All
These are our good friends, the McGovern Irish dancers over here. You don't want to make their heads too big, but they're pretty awesome. And they're cute.
I get tired just looking at them.
It's a very strange position that we're in up here this evening, and so we need to make a disclaimer. All of you lovely ladies here in the front row, I need you to keep your reading glasses in your purses. Sitting like a Catholic schoolgirl is one of them. Got in here and checked out the setup, and it was like, We didn't want to sit in the small chairs so the folks in the back couldn't see, so we asked them if they'd go next door to the bar and get which, by the way, is a shame all in of itself. Do you realize that you're sitting in a library that is adjacent, connected to a closed Irish bar? What the hell's wrong with you people in here? I mean, even all of you Germans in here could help us out.
I wanted to sit up on the steps.
Well, yeah. So I said, well, listen, lady, you either go over and get us some stools, and we'll sit here and try to be decent, or we're sitting up there.
There's no decency left in it.
And then she reminded us that marble was cold. And I said,
First off, you went right down the street.
right down the street, third way. It's St. Patrick's season, and no good St. Patrick's season would be complete without this song. It is a song the words written in 1913 by an English lawyer to an old ballad called "The Londonderry Air." was the name of the music that his sister had sent to him, and he wrote the words to the song that we now know as Danny Boy.
It is reputed to be the most famous 110 words ever written in a song. My grandmama, her name was Goldie Victoria McGrath. She was born in County Donegal, Ireland. She came over here in 1950. And I'm Irish Catholic. That means I have 14 brothers and 3 sisters. My dad was pretty happy. My mom was tired. But my grandma Goldie loved to sing. Absolutely loved to sing. There was only one problem with that. The woman couldn't carry a tune with a truck. But none of us was brave enough to tell her that, because she could do things with a shoe that was illegal. I could be down by the river and do something stupid where else she hit me in the head. But she loved to sing this song, but she was also a staunch supporter of the Republic of Ireland, and believed that the English should stay in England and the Irish should stay in Ireland. And if she would have found out that it was written by an English attorney, I think she would have rather slit her throat. So if you know it, sing along. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses died. 'Tis you must go and I must hide. But come even when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow, 'cause I'll be there in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you. If I am dead as death I well may be, then you will find the place that I am lying, and you can stay, and I'll wait there for me, and I will hear the song you dream above me, and then my grave will warmer, sweeter be, and you will kneel and tell me that you love me, and I can sleep in peace till you come to me. But call me back when summer in the meadow, or when the valleys hush and white with snow. 'Cause I'll be there in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so. But call me back when summer in the meadow, or when the valleys hush and white with snow. 'Cause I'll be there in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so.
song known as a shanty. A shanty was a work song back long before the chain gangs on the side of the road were breaking rock and breaking gravel and cutting down the weeds and whatnot. Sailors aboard ship used those for years because there were very few jobs aboard ship that could be done by one man. It took a team of men or a gang of men, where the term comes from, to haul in the anchor or hoist the sail or whatever the job may have been. So you needed rhythmic. And there are different kinds of shanties, halyard shanties and stanchion shanties and whatnot that took different rhythms. This job required this rhythm, this job required this rhythm. So they're always fun to sing, especially after a couple of pints. Now it's time to feature this fine young lad, Justin Bridges.
Thank you.
On
Oh, you said gun, never mind.
I also said lad, not lassie. So, how you doing, Dad?
How you doing?
How you doing? So, Justin plays fiddle with us and joins us several times a year, which is awesome. We've just become friends over the last couple of years, and he plays a fabulous fiddle. We're going to have him play 3 great Irish reels for you. The first one's called Silver Spear. No, first one's called Coolies. The second one's called Silver Spear. And the third one's called High Reel. This will also feature our wonderful and governed Irish dancers over here. Yay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. is our good friend Tammy, and our chief security officer, Jeff Strasbaugh, and they are manning our merchandise table over there. We've got several of our CDs sitting over there, including our latest one that we just released this time last year. And we also have some stickers, and just yesterday, our 30th anniversary tour shirts arrived. And on the back, it's very cool, because on the back are the current band members, the original band members, and then every person that either recorded with us or played on stage during shows. We have everybody listed on the back of the shirt. And there's some great memories on there.
Am I on there?
And no, we left you off on purpose, hoping maybe he'd get the hint.
No.
You people don't all, lady. You have no idea. Do you know what it's like to grow up in a household of cross-dressers? I mean, there I was, minding my own business. And we had done research. My dad grew up during the great folk scare of the 60s and 70s, and I grew up with John Denver, and I grew up with Peter, Paul, and Mary, and James Taylor, and the Eagles, and I mean, just Crosby, Stills, and Nash, all of the great classics, and the original generation, as you would like to say.
And you've never once said thank you.
No, not at all. You keep waiting for that. And when we did the research in the 80s, and we were playing music with some great Celtic musicians, and because of that we got the passion. And we did the research and found our family history and where we came from, and that we're Scots-Irish, and so we started playing Celtic music, and we started wearing kilts. Well, as a wee lad, that's pretty cool. And there I am, walking around the neighborhood in my kilt. Arr. Proud of my Scottish heritage, arr. And all my friends going, oh, you look like a little Catholic schoolgirl. Oh, you're wearing your mom's hand-me-downs. Oh, you should have seen the look on their face when I went, no, they're my dad's.
He was never allowed to play with the kids in the neighborhood.
No. I'm telling you, you people watch Jerry Springer for entertainment. We watch it like it's a family reunion. Well, while we were in the studio, if anybody has ever been a part of that process, you know that your ears get what they call burnt. Your ears get burnt. And you start hearing the same things over and over and over again, and you sort of lose your creative way. So I took a little break back in, I don't know, I guess June, July. No, it was released in March, so I guess it would have been January because I finished it in February. So back in January, I took a little break, and I had been wanting to write for a while, and I've written several instrumentals for the band, but the words that I put down on paper come out like my 7-year-old son wrote them. And, but I got inquisitive about the Irish potato famine. And how many of you have heard about the famine? The Great Death, as it's called, yes, all right. So, inquiring minds want to know, and my thought was, seriously, was the potato it? I mean, there's like almost 2 million people that starved to death, that died in this region. Did they not have, could somebody not have grown an ear of corn for these people? You know? And so I started doing the research on it, and what I found out was that the Irish potato famine came over, it was a mole that came over aboard ship from South America. They said from the Americas, and then I did some more research that they claim it's from South America. They got into the potato crop for 4 to 5 years straight, from 1845 to 1850. And there was other crop, but the English lord at the time over Ireland took all of the meat from the cattle and all of the other crops and exported the food to England. So then I thought, okay, well, what happened to these people? Because they're tenant farmers. And, you know, that's how my ancestors got here. How is it that these starving, poor people found their way on board ship? Well, what I found out was that the tenant farmers, after several years of this consecutively happening, they got sick and tired of these people not producing any crop to be able to sell it, to be able to bring in money. And that farming operation still happens that way today, where the farmers go in debt for the seed and all of the product to put into the ground on the hope that it's going to produce and come back. And so they were doing this, going into debt with the landlords, but not being able to pay it off. So the landlords actually paid these people to go away. They could make more money grazing cattle on that same property than they could, these people that couldn't farm to save their lives. So they paid them to go away. I was impressed to find out initially that in the mid-1840s, 1850s, that Ireland actually had social programs. They had food lines and workhouses. I had no idea. But in order to take advantage of these programs, you had to give up all rights to everything you owned. Think about that. In order to feed your starving family, in order to save their lives, you have to give up everything. Well, that's a tough. I mean, you got to do it, but okay. And then these workhouses, there are documented cases of abuse by a man, the last name of Russell, that beat to death a 14-year-old boy in a workhouse. So we mentioned that in the song. And then so these people find their way to the coast, where these timber ships from Canada were coming over full of Canadian timber, but they were going back empty. So they built bunks with some of that timber down in the cargo holds and shoved 1,500 to 2,000 people at a shot into these cargo holds to get them over to the Americas. So once they got here, I was inquisitive. Anybody ever see the Gangs of New York?
Yeah.
Yeah? So the Gangs of New York, this whole no Irish thing, the Irish hating the Irish. What in the world is that all about? Well, I found out that it was mostly, in some stories they call them Christians and Protestants that were here. The Catholics were the ones coming off the boat by the thousands a day. And they didn't want anything to do with these Catholics, these starving, dying Catholics coming over. So they instituted the no Irish need apply. I should also mention that aboard these ships were not your luxury cruise liners that we know of today. They were full of human waste and disease and death. And there was so much death aboard these ships that they called them coffin ships. However, there was one ship in particular, the good ship Jeannie Johnston, never lost a soul. In all of her voyages, never lost a soul. So we mentioned her.
60% of the people that boarded those ships never made it over. 60%.
So when the folks got here, and they weren't welcomed by the folks in New York, Boston, up and down the coasts, they went inland. Everybody knows of the Boston Tea Party, and what we did to revolt during that. We dressed up like Native Americans, threw the taxable tea into the harbor as a fine single finger salute to King George, to tell him he's number one. Those actions had actually happened in Ireland. But in Ireland, the men would dress up like women in bonnets and aprons and bodices, and they were known as the Molly Maguires. And so over here, there is a documented case in some strange named town in Pennsylvania, where in a coal mine, some men dressed up, and it's a documented case of Molly Maguires actually standing up over here. And this is what our family did. Our family was a little backwards. They went from Ireland, County Donegal, Ireland, to Scotland, where they shacked up and married up, and then came over here and found their way into eastern Kentucky, where they got caught up in the coal mines, and then left there to come to southwest Ohio, where we still reside today. to get away from the coal mines to work in the factories here. It was a lot more safe and better pay. And so throughout that entire process, although I'd been trying to write for about 10 years, in 4 days this song fell out onto a piece of paper, and it's called Rain Mercy. These fine people are going to bring you cookies.
Where do I sit?
However, I must make this declaration. She misspoke and said that they were Irish cookies. For you ladies right here that are crazy in the front, there's no liquor in these. Settle down. Yes, ma'am. Come on. They're green icing. Oh, they're shamrocks too. But you didn't put any Jamesons in them, did you? And they're not Irish cookies. But you never know, right? If you walk out of here feeling funny, maybe she did put Jamesons in. Well, they're handing those out. I'm going to put on this contraption for you. Yes, ma'am.
Took me a while. Need some water?
So these are Scottish small pipes, and they date back to the 15th century. And this particular makeup of pipes that look like this.
Good, how are you?
They date back to the 1980s. There are 30 different styles of bagpipes. From Spain and Germany. The bagpipes themselves originate from the Middle East. If you look at it real close, the bagpipe genre is not but a first cousin to the snake charmer. These are wonderful though. These are great to play indoors, and the dog doesn't hate me.
Well, I don't
The
know.
family doesn't hate me. These are much like Irish kiln pipes. In Irish Gaelic, Irish kiln pipes literally translate to elbow because you use your elbow. They're bellows driven, and instead of a blow stem, you use the bellows to put the air into the bag, and then
There's a happy boy. Any more? Any more? Everybody down there? Cookies back here? It'll make you feel Oh, right here. Thank you. Come on.
Thank you.
Really?
They're kind of fun, although I have to tell you, that whole monkey in a football thing, it takes some getting used to. And maybe when I first started learning the dog, I did hate me a little bit. You know when he leaves the room here as well. But you can come up after the show and check him out. They're kind of fun. Yep. What time is it? What we got? What is it? Oh, really? You guys mind if we play a couple more? Gosh. We've only begun to defile ourselves. Not all dressed up and everything. This one is a great set of tunes. It's this features Justin on his fiddle, a great Scottish folk song.